Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Dog Days Episode 2 here with JC Cappers. In today's episode, we will take a look at last night's games, talk about how they went and such, and then we'll preview today's games. If you guys haven't noticed yet, I just sent out today's card about 30 to 45 minutes ago. Before I get started, if you are not following me on Twitter, you can follow me at JC_Cappers. Or if you're on Captain, you can give me a follow at JC-Cappers. Last night was kind of a different night for us as we had 7 plays on the card, but really only one or maybe 2 games you could tell the outcome early into the game. I remember last night I had a couple guys who were tailing me. We were talking about how the games are going and such, and it was late into the night, and we're thinking, gosh, we're really on the fence with tonight because I believe at that point, the last 2 games hadn't quite started yet, and it was really on the fence of, wow, we might be 1-5, or we could be 5-0. So we had to sweat some games out there last night. Take a look at the first game we had listed. We had Nationals at Marlins. Our play was the Miami Marlins, but there wasn't much value here, -101, but it's still a play for us. And in the top of the first inning, right away, Bryce Harper hits a 2-run home run. Nationals up 2-0. You're thinking, oh shit, that potent National offense showed up today. Hopefully we can just avoid a slugfest here. So the Nationals scored in the first inning, second inning, and third inning as they took a 6-0 lead heading into the bottom of the third. But the Miami Marlins offense finally woke up, scoring on a triple. I believe it was a ground out to shortstop. And then Bohr hits the grand slam to put up a major cricket number there as the game was tied 6-6 after the third inning. The Nationals offense put up a run again in the fifth. I believe that was off a double by Stephen Drew. They took a 1-run lead there. And then the Miami offense kind of went quiet again until the 7th inning when Stanton hit a solo home run to tie the game up at 7 apiece there in the 7th inning. And the game was close. I mean, for the 8th and 9th inning, obviously the game was tied. And at that point, the way our luck is going, we're thinking, oh gosh, we're going to have a late inning collapse. I mean, last night we had a play on the Marlins and they lost on a walk-off to the Atlanta Braves. So here we are kind of in the same position again, but the Miami bullpen was able to hold off the Nationals offense there late in the game, and then we had a bases loaded opportunity there in the bottom of the 9th with Marcell Ozuna, and he singled to center there to give us that walk-off win to start us off 1-0 on the night. Again, that was a -101 value, so there wasn't much value there, but a win is a win for us, and that was off to a great start for us. And in our second game last night, it was the Giants at the Atlanta Braves. Our play was Braves plus 116, and again, we got another W to start the night out 2-0. And if you were not paying attention to the games last night or checking scores throughout and just saw the scores last night or this morning on Twitter, ESPN, or box score in the newspaper, you see Braves 9, Giants 0, and you're thinking, wow, really didn't need to sweat that one out. We really got that one. But you're actually kind of wrong there as the Braves, they scored 1 run on the third and 1 run in the 4th inning. But other than that, it was a 2-0 game going into the bottom of the 8th inning, and the Braves really just came alive, and the Giants bullpen fell apart there as the Braves put up a big cricket number there. 7 runs in the bottom of the 8th to win 9-0. R.A. Dickey, that old knuckleballer, was fantastic on the mound last night. He lasted 7 innings, only giving up 3 hits, walking 1 batter, and striking out 6 there for the Braves. And again, Matt Adams, a midseason pickup for the Braves to really fill in for Freddie Freeman's injury. Again, he has a fantastic night for the Braves. He's been a great pickup for them as he went 2 for 4 last night at the plate with 2 RBIs there. I know he had a solo shot there early in the game. I believe it was the fourth inning there. and then he added to the scoring rally there in the bottom of the 8th with an RBI single. But that's been a fantastic ad for them as he is producing at the plate. Again, we started out 2-0 on the night there, and our third game was Pirates at Brewers. Our play was Brewers plus 113. Unfortunately, this was our first loss on the night as the Pirates defeated the Brewers 8-1 in last night's game. Actually, the Brewers got the action started out first. There in the bottom of the second inning, Shaw smacks a solo home run to go up 1-0 there for the Brewers. But the Pirates responded with 2 runs of their own there in the top of the third inning on an RBI single to go up 2-1 there. And the score remained the same up until the top of the 6th inning, where again the Pirates put together 2 runs on a McCutchen home run to go up 4-1 there in the top of the 6th. And at that point, the game is not out of reach yet. I mean, the Brewers still had to bat 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th inning yet. Only down 3. It is doable. But the Brewers were not able to respond there in the bottom of the 6th to answer after that McCutchen home run. And then the Pirates went to the plate again in the top of the 7th. And then that's when they hit us with the dagger as they put up a 4-run spot in the top of the 7th off an RBI double, an RBI single, and then McCutchen again with an RBI single to go up 8-1. Now, the Brewers' offense, they were limited to 5 hits in this game, and their defense committed 2 errors, but those errors really didn't matter as they did not give up an unearned run. Now, for the Pirates, unfortunately, it was against us, but Garrett Cole was fantastic on the mound last night, as he lasted 7 innings, only holding the Brewers to 3 hits. Again, gave up that 1 run, which was a solo home run. So take that away, and he only has a 2-hit shutout, and he also struck out 5 Brewers. So that dropped us to 2-1 on the night. And we head over to Texas for the Blue Jays at Rangers game. We were laying down on Rangers plus 103. And in fact, in the bottom of the first inning there, the Rangers hit a home run from Mazara, I believe, to go up 1-0 there to start the game. But the Blue Jays responded with a solo home run themselves to tie the game up 1-1 after the second inning. And then major cricket numbers showed up in the 4th inning for both teams. As the top of the 4th inning, the Blue Jays had a Bautista solo home run and then an RBI double later that inning to put up 4 runs as the Blue Jays took a 5-1 lead going into the bottom of the 4th. And you're thinking, oh, shoot, we could be in trouble here in Texas. But in the bottom half of the inning, Texas responds with a 2 RBI single and then an RBI double there to put up a 5-run spot as the Rangers were actually ahead 6-5 there after the 4th inning. And then really scoring-wise, you fast forward to the top of the 9th as there were no runs scored in the 5th, 6th, 7th, or 8th innings there. And again, what do you know? We have a bullpen blow a save for us. Thank you, Matt Bush, as the Blue Jays came back there in the top of the 9th to score on an RBI single and an RBI single again later to put up 2 runs in the top of the 9th there as the Rangers' Matt Bush could not get the save there as he lasted the entire 9th inning, giving up 3 hits and those 2 Blue Jay runs to give us our 2nd loss on the night. And again, this moved us to 2-2 on the night. The 5th game of the night was the Boston Red Sox at Kansas City Royals. And in this game, our play was the Royals plus 101, and they were able to get us another W to put us a 1-game lead over in the win column for us, moving us to 3-2 on the night as the Royals picked up a 4-2 victory. The Royals started the scoring off in this game, but not until the bottom of the 3rd inning there when Eric Hosmer hit a 2-run home run to give the Royals a 2-0 lead. But then in the next half inning, the Boston Red Sox were able to answer with a 2-run home run of their own by Jackie Bradley Jr. to tie the game up there at 2-2. And neither offense there was able to put up runs on the scoreboard there as we fast forward now to the bottom of the 7th inning, where the Royals were able to put together 2 RBI singles in that half inning to take a 4-2 lead. And then after that point, the Royals turned to their bullpen there as Kelvin Herrera was able to shut down the Red Sox there in the 9th inning to get the victory, his 16th save of the season, leading the Royals again to that 4-2 victory, putting us at 3-2 on the night as we head into those 2 late West Coast games we had. Speaking of those West Coast games, the first one was the Astros at Athletics, and in this one, again, we are on the Oakland Athletics, plus 138. This system has been loving Oakland as of late, and unfortunately, that Athletics win train was put to a halt last night as the Astros won 4-1. I was watching the Seattle-Detroit game, national broadcast game there on ESPN, and tracking this game on GameCast, and it seemed like this game was moving right along quickly as neither team was able to put a run on the scoreboard there until the top of the 5th when the Astros hit a 2-run home run to take that 2-0 lead, and the A's were not able to respond there after at that point. But in the bottom of the 6th, the Athletics put together a double there to the outfield and scoring a run to make it 2-1. But the tying run, the run that would have tied the game up, got thrown out at home. Now, again, I haven't seen any highlights on this game, so I can't really comment on that play. But that was quite the dagger for us as the tying run thrown out there at home, and that really could have changed momentum in that one. But instead, Astros remained with the lead there 2-1 after the 6th inning. And then later in the game, the Astros were able to add some insurance runs as they got a solo shot there from George Springer in the top of the 8th to take the 3-1 lead, and then again in the top of the 9th to take the 4-1 lead. So after this game, we're sitting 3-3 as the Astros, like I said, took that 4-1 victory, dropping us to 3-3 on the night. We are 500, and at this point, we're profiting tonight. But since we had that 7th game there, we were not able to profit with a 500 record, obviously. So we head to the Tigers at Mariners game. And in this game, we had Tigers plus 130. And obviously, if you're watching the national broadcast game, the Mariners came away with a 6-2 victory, ending our night 3-4. And in this one, the Tigers started off the scoring early, as in the top of the 3rd, they had bases loaded, no outs, and they only scored 1 run. It seemed like there were multiple times, I know watching this game, in the top through the 7th inning, Detroit Tigers were 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. So the Tigers had many chances in this one, and really that stat kind of summed up this game. So the Tigers are up 1-0 after the 3rd. We go to the 5th inning. In the top of the 5th, Ian Kinsler double with an RBI double there. The Tigers are up 2-0, and we're thinking, okay, we could go 4-3, have a good, profitable night. But in the bottom half of that inning, the Mariners put together a 2-run home run. That tied the game up at 2. And then the Tigers' offense was non-existent there in the run column as the Mariners put up a 2-run home run in the 6th. And another 2-run home run in the 8th as Zunino hit 2-run home runs there last night for the Mariners as the Mariners went on to win 6-2. That dropped our night to 3-4 last night, which is a loss of 0.84 units total. And it really wasn't a good night for us, but luckily we have today to bounce back as we have 3 plays on today's card. If you've probably noticed on Twitter earlier this morning, I posted them. But today's card, yeah, it is a smaller one as that we are compared to what we are used to as of late, as we are on the Pirates plus 105 today, the Rangers plus 116, and Athletics plus 101. Again, these 3 plays, they were posted earlier, about 45 minutes ago and is on bookmaker, so I'm not sure what the current lines are on that. But those are the 3 plays that we have going for us today. In the Pirates at Brewers game today, like I mentioned before, we are on Pittsburgh Pirates plus 105. And in today's game, the Pirates will be starting right-handed pitcher Chad Kuhl. Chad Kuhl has a 1-6 record this season in 59.1 innings of work with a 5.61 ERA and 47 strikeouts. Now, the Pirates, they have some interesting bats this year as Josh Harrison has led the way for them coming into this series as he has 75 hits, 27 runs, and 22 RBIs. Jody Mercer, he has 65 hits, 27 runs, and 25 RBIs also in that time. If you remember what I said earlier, not sure if I exactly said their names earlier, but Harrison ripped a double with an RBI last night, and Mercer posted a hit and a run for the Pirates. Over on the Brewers side, they're going with right-handed pitcher Zach Davies with the start today. Across his 73 1/3 innings of work this year, he's worked a good record of 7-3 and also has a 4.91 ERA with 51 strikeouts. Over on the Brewers offense, Shaw's led the way with 70 hits. Travis Shaw. He has 70 hits, 32 runs, 12 home runs, and 47 RBIs coming into this series, while Herman Perez has 62 hits, 27 runs, and 31 RBIs with 10 home runs. Now, if you remember what I said earlier, Shaw did add a solo home run on Monday, while Perez really came up empty for the Brewers last night. Now, I bet the system when they meet the criteria, whether I like the game or not. I guess I didn't say this last night in the introduction. If you are not familiar, when I look at each game and they meet all 4 criteria, I bet it no matter what. I have 100% faith and trust in this system, but I know some people are weary when they look at trends or facts or something like that. So here are some trends for those people who like to follow and bet trends. The Pirates are 1-5 in their last 6 Tuesday games and 2-5 in Kuhl's last 7 starts in Game 2 of a series. Pittsburgh is also 0-6 in Kuhl's last 6 road starts and 0-4 in Kuhl's last 4 starts. Meanwhile, on the Brewers side, Milwaukee is 2-7 in their last 9 games during Game 2 of a series and 9-2 in Davies' last 11 starts. Milwaukee is also 5-0 in Davies' last 5 starts versus the NL Central Division within, and 4-1 in Davies' last 5 home starts. So there's the trends and preview on that game, and we are looking for the Pirates to get a victory for us in this one. The second play on today's card, we have Toronto at Texas Rangers. Our play is the Texas Rangers plus 116 again tonight. The Toronto Blue Jays are looking for another victory to get back to a 500 record. The Blue Jays scored 7 runs, like I said before, in Monday's win, and 4 or more runs in 6 of their last 8 games. The Blue Jays have won 13 of their last 14 games when they score more than 3 runs. So that 3-run mark is really going to be the difference here tonight, it seems like. Kevin Pillar leads the Blue Jays with 69 hits and 18 RBIs, while Justin Smoke and Kendrys Morales have combined for 134 hits and 88 RBIs. It's a solid duo there in that lineup. Blue Jays will be giving the ball to Francisco Liriano tonight, and he is 3-2 with a 5.36 ERA and 49 strikeouts this season. In his career against the Rangers, Liriano is 5-2 with a 3.42 ERA and 52 strikeouts. Now, over on the Rangers side, they're also looking to win here to get back to a 500 record. And the Rangers, they've allowed 18 runs in their last 3 games and 4 or more runs in 5 straight games. So really the pitching is going to need to show up here as they've been struggling lately. The Rangers, they have lost 8 of their last 11 games when allowing more than 3 runs. So like I said before, this 3-run mark is going to be critical for both pitching staffs there and ball clubs. Now, we take a look at the Rangers offense. Elvis Andrus leads the Rangers with 78 hits and 38 RBIs, while Nomar Mazara and Ravnad Adar have combined for 127 hits and 76 RBIs. So again, a solid duo there in the lineup after Andrus there. Nick Martinez will get the ball tonight for the Rangers, and he is 1-3 with a 4.67 ERA and has 29 strikeouts this season. Looking at his career against the Toronto Blue Jays, Martinez is 0-1 with a 7.36 ERA and 5 strikeouts in his career. Now we take a look at some of those trends and stats for you. The Blue Jays are 6-2 in their last 8 games during Game 2 of a series, and 2-5 in their last 7 Tuesday games, while also being 6-0 in Liriano's last 6 starts. The Rangers are 5-1 in their last 6 Tuesday games, 6-20 in their last 26 versus the AL East, and 4-1 in Martinez's last 5 starts. The Blue Jays are 13-4 in their last 7 meetings in Texas, and the over is 5-2-1 in the last 8 meetings. And in the third and final game we have on today's card, it is in the Houston Astros at Oakland Athletics a game. And again, we are on the Oakland Athletics. This time today we have Athletics plus 101. And going into today's game, the Astros will look for some form of consistency after alternating wins and losses in each of their last 6 games, including last night's 4-1 victory over the Athletics. Now, last night, the Astros offense did all of their damage via the long ball, with Jake Marisnick hitting that 2-run shot while George Springer and Derek Fisher each hit solo home runs. Interesting, the Astros bullpen recorded 3 1/3 innings of near-perfect relief, which resulted in a scoreless 9th inning for Ken Giles' 17th save of the year. As we look forward to today's game, Francis Martes will start Game 2, and he is 1-0 with a 5.19 ERA and has 9 strikeouts this season. This will also be his first career start going up against the Oakland Athletics. Starting on the mound for the Oakland Athletics in today's game will be Sonny Gray, and he is 2-2 on the season record-wise with a 4.44 ERA and 53 strikeouts this season. In his career, Gray is 4-2 with a 2.53 ERA and 40 strikeouts against the Astros. Now we look forward to the facts and trends here. Houston is 20-8 in their last 28 division matchups and 43-20 in their last 63 games overall, while the over is 9-4-3 in their last 16 road games. Meanwhile, Oakland, they are 8-19 in Gray's last 27 starts and 19-43 in their last 62 division matchups, while the over is 4-1 in Gray's last 5 home starts. The Astros are 7-0 in their last 7 meetings between these two teams in Oakland. And that's a wrap here on Dog Days Episode 2 with JC Cappers, as we are looking to have a good day with those 3 plays. Just a reminder that you can follow me on Twitter at JC_Cappers and on Captain at JC-Cappers. May all of your degenerate parlays win, and you fathers have that 45-degree mowing pattern so perfect that your neighbor weeps. And remember, it's always a good day when you're running with the dogs.